Hey y'all, how you doing? It's Valerie here. And I'm out here at nighttime working in my greenhouse because over the last few days, every time I've come out here, there's been bees and wasps in my greenhouse because it's that time of the year. And while I did finish up that last tray of tomatoes that I was working on, I wasn't able to do it in a way where I felt comfortable because there were too many flying creatures buzzing around me. And when they get curious and come up to me and start looking at me in the face, it just scares me. I'm out here at nighttime and it's getting pretty late. I'd say it's somewhere around midnight. And I'm going to just pot up some tomatoes and listen to music because even though these tomatoes only have to be in pots for a couple more weeks, maybe 3 to 4 at the most, they are in desperate need of potting up. And since I'm not able to get more than a few done in the daytime, I'm going to do it at night, and I'm just going to handwrite all of my tags as opposed to using my little label maker. So I'm going to sit down here and I will go through the tomatoes that are in this tray, and then I'll get to potting them up. So the tomatoes that I'm potting up today are Uluru Ochre, Bunny Blues Micro Dwarf, Carrot Mini, Gandalf Variegated, Rebel Starfighter Grandpa's Heart, which is a dwarf, Rebel Starfighter Penny Lane, which is a dwarf, Rebel Starfighter Bravado, which is another dwarf, Rebel Starfighter Dipper's Delight, which is another dwarf, Rebel Starfighter Prime, Rebel Scum Wookie Balls, Rebel Starfighter Cocktail, Rebel Starfighter VT-16, Marcia Starfighter Beefsteak, Rebel Starfighter Blaine's Moonlight, Rebel Alliance, Rebel Starfighter Beefsteak, Rebel Starfighter Prime Nose, Rebel Starfighter VD-21, Rebel Starfighter Kaylee-Ann, and Marcia's Starfighter Heart. I'm sure you could see a theme with all those. These are my Star Wars tomatoes. And I have one type that hasn't germinated yet, and that's the Rebel Starfighter Kaylee-Ann Pink. And I did go ahead and resow a few of those seeds. Plus, I'm going to still give these ones time because every single day I have seedlings popping up, even though some of them have been in the trays for over a month. And that's due to the seed being older. The Kaylee-Ann seed is a little bit newer seed, at least to me, but I don't know how long the seller had it. So, I guess I'm just going to get started. I'm going to turn on some music and write out some tags and get these potted up. And I will come back on here and tell you the varieties of the next tray that I plant, or just to let you know that, hey, I'm done for the night. I don't know which is going to come first. It is getting kind of late, but also sometimes that's whenever I get a rush of energy to do stuff. And if I get these done tonight, then tomorrow, whenever I'm sitting there thinking, oh, I should be out there getting tomatoes potted up, I'll feel more at ease about that because I know I got them done tonight. Because tomorrow, there'll probably be too many bees and stuff in here. And honestly, it's too hot during the daytime to be out here and not leave my doors open. And that's how they get in. You know, you leave the doors open so you can get some air. But with as hot as the weather it's been, it would be unbearable in here, even with a fan on. So nighttime it is, at least until I get all these tomatoes potted up.
As long as I am outside, I am gonna be alright.
All right, I got done with that Starfighter tray. I mean, I know that there was more than just Star Wars in there, but I got done with that tray. And before I can proceed, I need to go get more pots. And since they're down in my barn and it's dark out, that'll have to wait for tomorrow. So I guess I'm done for tonight. But it makes me feel really good that I got all of those tomatoes in that whole tray potted up. There are a couple that haven't sprouted yet, so I'm just going to leave those and keep them watered in hopes that they still come up. Like I said, every single day I'm having new seeds come up, even though they've been planted for over a month at this point. I did have to move some of my other seedlings out to make room for those. So I've got these, I don't know, 4 trays of onions sitting here, onions and leeks, that I'm going to carry outside because honestly, it's not supposed to be cold. It's not even supposed to get a frost for the foreseeable future. And even if it were to get a frost, my onions can take a light frost. They honestly should have been out in the ground already, but my spot that I'm going to put them isn't quite prepared because we're doing a retool of our garden beds. And the place where I was going to put them, we need to be able to walk in that area to put the fencing up for my vegetable garden. And then I've got another area where I'm probably going to put them, and that's in the field down there that's not quite all the way tilled up yet. But before I put anything down there, I honestly need to get my tomato trellising up because everything is going to be, that's going to be in the center, and I won't know exactly where I can put anything else until that tomato trellising is up. I know that's probably really confusing, but it's hard to explain it without being there standing in the field. I guess that's a long-winded way of just saying that none of my beds are ready, that I need to put my onions in. So they're going to be going out a little late this year. But in the meantime, I'm going to put them outside. They can be hardening off. I mean, honestly, when stuff's out here in this greenhouse, it's so bright and so warm that there usually isn't any shock from putting them outside in the weather. Usually it's less intense outside than it is in this greenhouse at times. All right. Thank you for hanging out at me on this night. I'm not sure how long I've been out here, but let's see. What time is it? It's 12:53, and it was about midnight when I came out, so that took about an hour. I would honestly probably be out here another hour if I had pots up here that were ready to go, but I don't. So I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it so much. I will see you on the next one. Bye.